Michael, busy time as always, pre-season, or close season. First of all, season ticket sales, how have they gone so far?
Very well so far. I mean, we've not really had any evidence that people aren't going to continue to support us, which is healthy. And in fairness, a lot of the supporters that have come in, the 10% reduction in the adult prices for Division 2 compared to Division 1, quite a few of them in fact have been very generous and handed that money back to the club, which we've promised we'll use to improve our professional playing budget. So that's a really nice gesture on those, dozens of supporters who've done that. But we set a target with the budget, and I anticipate that by certainly the end of June, beginning of July, we'll have reached that target and maybe even surpassed it. So I don't feel and sense there's any evidence that we're going to have a wholesale reduction in the season ticket sales, which is a good indication for us.
Mark's on holiday at the moment, but I know you're in constant touch with him about various issues involving players and what have you. First of all, I know offers have been made to some of the players who are out of contract at the end of last season. The process in terms of that just continues, doesn't it?
Well, it does continue. I mean, Mark being away for a week's holiday, I wouldn't like to have his phone bill at the end of this. I'm glad he's paying it and we're not. But no, I speak to him more or less daily with an update on, phone calls I'm receiving from agents, and he's obviously busying himself whilst he's abroad, trying to assemble his backroom staff, which hopefully there'll be an announcement on that in the next couple of weeks, but he's making progress. We have made offers to a number of the players who were out of contract in the summer, and I don't want to go into individual details because I don't think it's right and proper that we start discussing individual players' circumstances. But as and when those players re-sign or they don't, they go elsewhere, we'll make an announcement. And equally, at the moment we've got 9 players under contract, and then, as I say, Mark is busying himself trying to bring additional numbers and additional quality to the squad. But he won't be rushed into it. It's right, he can easily sign somebody else's problems. We don't want to do that. We want to bring players in who, Mark considers will strengthen the squad and, give a wholehearted performance for Crawley Town Football Club. So, I would imagine most clubs, in fairness, will leave it till probably the early part of July before they make most of their signings, because nobody really wants to take players from other clubs on their wage bill at this precise moment. It happens in reverse, so we'll see what happens. But it's business as usual. Mark's busying himself trying to get his backroom staff and his playing squad strengthened, and hopefully there'll be some announcements on that in the coming weeks.
And in terms of next season, a thing we discussed earlier actually, a little cash saving the club are going to make is a significant less number of long away trips next season in League 2. But one of the benefits,
if there are any benefits to going down,
1,200 miles fewer to travel.
Yeah, you look. We did 18 from recollection. We did 18 away trips overnight last season. And looking at the fixture list, and whilst we don't know who we're playing and when we're playing until the fixtures come out around June the 17th, we'll be. I would think we will have probably a maximum of 12 this season. So there's a significant saving there. But we have to look at all areas of the club, don't we? I mean, supporters will be sick and tired of me talking about reduced budgets and this, that and the other. But yeah, from a supporter's point of view as well, it's going to be less onerous on their pocket, less miles to travel. And there are probably 5 or 6 really long distance ones when you look at Hartlepool and Carlisle, and Morecambe and people like that, York, but they're used to long trips here, aren't they? So but luckily there's a more southern bias to the league, so that's healthy both for our supporters wanting to travel away and support us, and increasing the numbers of visiting supporters that come down to this ground.